More music.
Oh my god.
Here goes.
Blazing across the airwaves right now. Get ready.
Now this is Freddie McGregor, and you're tuned into the baddest rhythm of all time.
Grant's Rock Warehouse is trying to change the world, one track at a time.
Are we on the air?
Yes, you are. More music. More of the time.
Grant's Rock Warehouse.
Don't understand what's going on here.
Welcome to Grant's Rock Warehouse, and it is Monday. We are live. It's time for another episode in our One and Done series. Tonight's band is Imperial Drag. We want to hear from you in the chat. The panel is ready. We're ready to talk some music. Let's do it.
Grant is trying to change the world, one track at a time. Grant's Rock Warehouse is keeping it real in the field.
Dang it, we are live. I'm glad to see everybody in the chat already. You know we're going to have a good show if Star is in the chat. Oh. But tonight, we are going to... Huh? What? Did I miss something? No. I heard a noise. All right, well, anyway, I'll pretend I didn't do that. All right, so tonight we are doing a deep dive into the self-titled... I would classify this as glam pop, I'm going to say. We're going to look at the only album from Imperial Drag. Now, I think this is one of those records that I don't even know why it took us so long to do this, because I think that this is a record's criminally, overlooked. For one, this band rose out of the ashes of Jellyfish, formed in 1994. You got Eric Dover on guitar and lead vocals, Roger Joseph Manning Jr. on keys, and in harmonies. His work in Jellyfish, absolutely stunning. Joseph Karnes on bass, Eric Skodis on drums. I mean, we went from kind of Jellyfish Baroque to glam rock pop. 100% great stuff. And look at this panel that we have here to discuss it. Davey Cretin, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Webb Vanderveer here. Ladies and gentlemen, DC Tune Time. God, DC's guy. Incredible. Let's see what's happening in the chat real quick before we get started. Let's see who's here. Greg Gates. Greg, you need to still listen to Jellyfish? Greg. Star, what can we say about Star? They only have the one album, but I went on Sextus, then Licorice Quartet. Oh, yeah. Then the Licorice Quartet, now recording another Sextus album. I don't have Sextus or Licorice Quartet, but I've got like some of those Roger Manning solo albums, which are great.
Yeah, those both those bands are worth pursuing as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've gotten to the era where we have Jellyfish tribute bands. Travis says he just saw a Jellyfish tribute band play Spilt Milk start to finish last week in Seattle. Wow. Pretty fun.
I'd go see that.
Yeah.
Man. Kevin just checked these guys out on Spotify. Excellent. All right. Well, we're going to get down to it. Kevin, I'm glad you're here. Louder than... Oh, Jay is here. BM Bolt. Where's BM Bolt? Did I miss that?
Yeah, he says, who the hell is Imperial Drag?
BM Bolt, he's playing the part of Marlin tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
The part of Marlin will be played by BM Bolt tonight.
Yeah, of course he wouldn't. He wouldn't know who this is.
Not in his wheelhouse. Let me go out on a limb.
Well, if they aren't power pop, they are definitely not a drag, 100%. I wouldn't say that they're power. I think that there's probably power pop tendencies here, but I wouldn't consider these guys power. Well, some might, but I don't think I would. Power pop adjacent. All right, well, let's get started because we have Cretin. We also have Webb here and DC to get through. So I think I'm just going to go as I see it. I'm going to go Mr. Cretin, I'm going to go Mr. Vanderveer, and then we'll go to Mr. Tune Time and wrap it up with me. Now, if you know this record, for everybody in the chat, we will want your ranking out of 10 when it's time. In fact, I suppose you could give it to me now. I can keep track, but we will want to know that. Anyway, Davey Cretin, start us off, please.
Could I give some facts about the album first, please?
If you'd like to.
Absolutely. This is what we wait for, Davey.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Love it.
It came out May 7th, 1996 on the Work label, which was under the Sony CBS Columbia umbrella. It's almost an hour long, which we've discussed before. CDs in the 90s may be a little too long, maybe too many songs if you're not in the progressive rock genre. It was recorded at the House of Blues studio in Encino, California, produced by Brad Jones and the aforementioned Roger Joseph Manning Jr. All songs are written by the guitar player singer Eric Dover and keyboardist vocalist Roger Joseph Manning Jr. It's a mouthful to say. You have 13 tracks on the CD proper with one hidden track, which was a famous thing in the 90s that I think maybe Nirvana started with that endless, nameless instrumental on the first pressing of Nevermind from Geffen in 91, 92. So it's a lot of songs, 13 songs, a cool hidden bonus track. And then there were 4 songs that were B-sides of a European single, and one was only on the Japanese import CD as an extra track like they usually do in Japan. So I have 17 songs total that I listened to and wrote notes on. I'm not going to talk about all of them because that would take up the whole show. The first single from the album, just to let everyone know, is called Boy or a Girl. It's the only video that they got money to shoot a video for. And it probably was only shown on 120 minutes back in the day. More on that when I discuss that song. The second single was called Spider, Spyder, like Neil Spider Giraldo from Pat's band. Let's see, it was arranged by the band and Brad Jones. Art direction by Stephen Walker. It has a very colorful, shiny cover, as Grant showed, and as DC showed before. All Music gave it 4 out of 5 stars. There's the cover. LA Times gave it 3 out of 4 stars. Rolling Stone, of course, our favorite, eye roll, gave it 2 out of 5 stars.
To hell with them. To hell with Rolling Stone magazine.
Of course.
What do they know?
What do
Exactly.
they know?
You got a couple of guests on here. Mark Pfaff plays harmonica on one of the better songs, one of the best songs, Staring to the Sun. And you have Phil Cassins does the vibrous slap solo on the aforementioned Spider. So that's basically the album in a nutshell. The first song I'm going to discuss is track number 1, 3.5 minutes, Zodiac Sign. And it starts out with a spoken word, a gentleman with a British accent says, "This isn't a discotheque, darling. This is the theater of the stars."
Who
End
is
quote.
this mystery man? I don't think this guy would like sports ball, but he appears periodically and it's just hilarious.
I got it. I know who it is. I know who it is. I wrote it down.
Who is it?
Oh,
The dialogue samples interludes are from The Prisoner, the show The Prisoner, in the episode Dance of the Dead.
That's
So
only
all-
track number. That's
Oh.
only track number 4.
all
Well,
these years I've wondered, was this
No.
some dude, eccentric British guy they brought into the studio? This isn't a discotheque, darling. This is a theater of the stars.
Cretan's disagreeing with me. I just read it on Wiki. I thought it was this all the interludes were.
No, it's just on track 4, The Man in the Moon.
Oh,
Oh well, damn, Cretan. All
So
right.
I don't know who this voice is.
and it's a little subdued on the 4th track, that eccentric Englishman, we'll call him. On the other ones, when he appears, he's up front and center. And I laugh my ass off every time that guy comes and says his little bit.
So this is an upbeat power rocker that comes in with a bruising swagger and cool keyboards by Manning. Sounds to me like he's playing organ, either clavinet or electric piano, and some nice synths too. This is a great opening song, and they also opened their concerts with it. They did tour for basically the full year of 1996. They played overseas and they played America. Nice guitar solos wrapped with synths. 2/3 of the way through the song, you get Roger's keyboard sound styles and textures, make this a winning opening number for me. So Zodiac Sign is a great song. Track number 2 is Boy or a Girl, 4 minutes long. It was the first single, the only video. The single version drops 20 seconds, clocking in at 3:45. The song hit number 30 on the US Billboard Modern Rock charts, and it did really well in England, too. This is why they played overseas. It hit number 54 on the UK singles chart. The UK 7-inch contains the unreleased B-side, She Cries All Night, which I'll get to later. And the UK CD single has that song, Mother Nature, and Hey Honey Please. The former cut is also unreleased, and the latter only on the Japanese import CD, like I mentioned. More on those songs after. Boy or a Girl is the obvious single to me from the record, and I wrote down it has more hooks than a fishing store. Opening with space,
Wait a minute. God, I don't have my, damn it. I don't have my sound effects ready for that. Wait a minute, Cretan.
I could pull in my grandkids' tiny drum set and do the rim shots.
we need to always be ready. Grant, you are such a lightweight.
Rewind and cue it up.
We'll fix it in post-production. Don't worry.
We'll fix it in. Wait a minute. We'll just hear from Keith.
Oh, yeah, I don't know that. But so what?
There you go. Best I can do.
Great.
Boy or a Girl opens up with some spacey synths from Roger Manning. Then it has a slight psychedelic feel, and then it breaks into a tribute to me to T-Rex at the 20-second mark. This song is pure ear candy with hooks on the guitars, keyboards, bass, drums, and vocals. You got the woo-hoo-hoos on it, and it saunters along at its feel-good mid-tempo pace, like a cross between Mark Bolan's T-Rex and prime era Cars to me, with those treated David Robinson type tom-tom drum sounds. Sounds like it's either treated or he's using some kind of electronic drums just on this song for that little bit. And it's a great hook on the song. And this song just makes me happy. The video is also artsy. It's a little bit naughty. You see people riding around together. So it's like a PG-13 type video, as the title would suggest. And it's a gem of a song. So those are the first two tracks. I'm going to bounce to track number 8 now, called Spider, Spyder. It's almost 5 minutes long. And this has the British guy, DC's guy, coming back in again. And he says here, quote, "You're rushing into the music. In fact, you should tend to lean back a little. They call it laid back. It's a sordid term, but that's how it's used." End quote.
Jay is coming in hot.
Yeah. What the?
Yeah.
Hey, louder.
They call it laid back. It's a sordid term. That old guy cracks me up. Not a sports ball fella.
And this was a promo CD single, and there were a couple of different versions on it. There's a guitar mix that cuts out about a minute, 3 minutes 51 seconds. There's an LP edit on the promo CD single, 3 minutes 47 seconds. To me, it's another highlight from the album. It's got a swaggering groove and a great chorus, and I can't get it out of my head. That's why I typed it in the live chat at the beginning. It's just going through my head before we started playing. And I could understand why this was the second single. Like a modern day T-Rex glam number, I recommend this song for people to hear, Spider. Bonus points for the lyric, quote, "And the coke whores all want to F me," end quote. And it also gets some extra juju for me,
Oh my God.
because it uses the vocoder or vocal effect throughout the song, where you hear in low in the mix Spider a few times. It's really cool. It's a funky story about perhaps the downside of fame, but it's so darn catchy. I love the song Spider. That is track 8. I'm going to go almost to the end of the album before I go into the bonus cuts. Stare Into the Sun, track 12, the next to last song. A little over 5 minutes. It starts out with some squalls of guitar feedback, and then to me, the keyboard line is right out of a Sugarloaf song. It reminds me of Green Eyed Lady, and it's such a catchy keyboard hook here from Roger Manning. He does great keyboard work throughout this song.
What are you? Oh, you wrote that down?
Starts off
Wow.
like a
Look
Sugarloaf
at it.
song, or Deep Purple, if you will. Me and Davey in sync.
Great minds think alike, DC.
Boom.
So Manning's organ work on this song is great too, besides that Sugarloaf Deep Purple keyboard sound. And this absolutely slays the previous limp-wristed song Dandelion, which I think is just filler, and I would always skip over that one. Bit of proggy goodness courtesy of Roger Manning's keyboards, and this is another highlight for me on the album. And I don't want to forget kudos to the bass and drums on this winner of a song as well. Track 13, the real last song listed on the album, Scaredy Cats and Egomaniacs, 4.5 minutes long. I wrote down just really fast, a couple lines. It ends the album proper in fine style with this upbeat, hard-charging rocker. Once again, the rhythm section lifts this song up and along with Eric Dover's guitar solo, really good player. And the fact, if you watch the live clips, that he sings live and does all the guitar work and fronts the band really well, aces to Eric Dover, who also sang with Slash's Snake Pit. And it's a really good vocal performance on this song, too. Now I'm going to go through the B-sides, hidden tracks. Down with the Man is the hidden track on the CD, almost 3 minutes. I would say replace Dandelion with this. You'd have a slightly tighter album. All Four Cats shine on this power rocker that also has sweet light and shade touches on it. It comes in like a rock song, then it mellows out, then it goes back to rocking. Maybe they put it as the hidden track because they drop an S-bomb in it. That's my thought on it. Excellent ending to this song, too. Then we're going to go to the 5-minute song, Hey Honey Please, which was only on a Japanese CD and then the UK CD single. This hard rock number also recalls the Beatles at their most raucous sounding to me. Another killer, stuttering, strutting guitar line from Dover makes this song into a classic tune. Dover delivers a dynamic lead vocal accentuated by Karnes' bubbling, burbling bass work on this song. Ooh. Superb backing and harmony vocals add a lot of depth, hard word to say, to the song as well. I wrote down in capital letters, should have been on the US pressing. Hey Honey Please is a great song. And the ending of the song reminds me of a Beatles song. And I think it might be I Want You, She's So Heavy. Did anyone listen to this song?
I didn't get to those extra tracks, Davey. So
I didn't. Cretin, sorry.
I listened to them over and over again, Cretin, all night, over and over.
I don't know if I believe that.
Getting to the next to the last track, speaking of the Beatles, another song B-side of the UK single only, Hair Under 3 Minutes, Mother Nature, which reminds everyone from the White Album of Mother Nature's Son to me. Mother Nature's Son. I think it's a definite nod to the Beatles here from the White Album. This song to me is more in the power pop realm than the glam or hard rock realm of the bulk of the album. It's an excellent B-side, and I recommend people to seek it out. Just Mother Nature in the singular way. And Manning has some great keyboard work on this song. That's what stuck out to me. The last song I will mention, She Cries All Night, 3.5 minutes. I cannot find this on a streaming service or YouTube as the B-side of the UK single, so I had to listen to the demo version. And I think it was 2005, they released online through a streaming service called Weed Share, as one word, Weed Share. They released, I think, 36 songs as demos and unreleased songs, but it was never on CD. So it's not officially an album. It was just on the streaming service, which is long out of business now, Weed Share. So She Cries All Night, the demo version, it's fully formed. You hear all the instruments, all the background vocals. It's a very hard-hitting, energetic, frenetic song, very fast-paced, and it has this extended outro coda. Sorry, my New York accent came through there. Coda, C-O-D-A.
So cute when he brings that out.
Full of, it's great ah-ahs. All the guys, because all guys in the band sing, all four sing. So they're doing these ah-ahs over the music. As the music slowly fades out, you just get the a cappella angelic harmony vocals. And it reminds me of the Beatles or the Beach Boys there. So it's a really cool way to end the song. So those are some of the extra tracks and the highlights of the album for me.
All right, excellent. So what would you rate this out of 10, Mr. Cretin? What would you give it? I need your honest. I was thinking of giving it an 8, but the more I listen to it, especially over the weekend and making my individual song notes today, I'm going to give it, just like the Grays, an 8.5. It's not perfect, but it's really darn good, and I recommend this album. 8.5, ladies and gentlemen, from Cretin. Let's write that. Let's get that down here. My God, what a wonderful presentation.
Thanks.
Wow.
I got to check and see if no, we're not we're not warmed up yet. Someone kept mentioning fog and smoke and weed and stuff. Made me want to bring out the fog machine.
You're spoiling this audience, Grant, with the special effects.
I know, it's just crazy, isn't it?
Yes.
Michael says, I used to be on some internet Daily Mail community called the Jelly List. I was on Oddities too, if anybody recalls that. I do not recall that. I don't recall, what was it, the sharing service, Weed?
Those were,
I don't remember that.
The earlier days of the interwebs, along with MySpace. There were all these kind of lists and such.
Well, all right. Yeah, I've never. What? Kyle, I haven't. No, we don't do that. Why isn't my work? Get any fog? I don't know what's
yesterday
going on.
morning on the Chocolate Watch Band
100% it did. It's going.
Axe and you shall receive.
Oh my God. Hold on.
Now you done it.
Wait a minute.
The show's on fire.
Is this an actual fire? Call 911.
Stop. Things are going out of control.
We got a fire at the warehouse.
So what?
All right. So anyway, we've got an 8.5. We got a 10 from Star. Anybody in the chat that can weigh in on this too and give this a score? In the meantime, I'm going to throw it over to Webb and get his rating and his spiel on the entire Imperial Drag album, tracks, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Webb,
well,
take it away.
Glad to be here. I always got to follow Cretan. It's not easy following Cretan.
You can't let Cretan go at the end because he'll sit there like this.
No, but he says so much good stuff. It's hard to,
that's why I log on late there, Webb. I don't want to be following Davey.
I know. Well,
7.5. All right.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So I'm not going to go through all the songs. I will add a little bit of touches to what Davey said. I love Zodiac Sign. Great way to start out the album. I think that's a funky clav. I think it's a clavinet.
Okay.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
And I think in the middle section is a cool kind of guitar synth back and forth solo, right?
Yep.
Which is kind of cool. You don't hear that very often. It's hooky. It's a great way to start the album. The production, by the way, if Logan's listening, is fabulous on this album. I think you guys would agree that the production is big, it's clear, it's crisp. Yeah.
It sounds wonderful, Webb. You're 100% right.
It sounds so damn good. So damn good. Boy or girl, I can't repeat what Cretan said with all the more hooks than something, but damn it, he was right. It charted, catchy chorus. I'm hearing a little bit of Sweet in T-Rex. I almost hear a little bit of Sweet. Not the super amped up Sweet, but just like, I don't know. I'm hearing a little Sweet there.
Your meat and potatoes.
Great song. Sweet. Yeah, exactly. And what are you going to do? Track 1 and track 2, you're thinking, damn, this album is really, really good. And it hooks you in. I like, Cretan didn't mention, Cross-Eyed. I think Cross-Eyed is a ode it's a homage to Cheap Trick. I mean, there's your kind of heavy power pop right there. Good drum breaks. I think he kind of has a Robin Zander thing going with the reverb on the vocals. I think it's their most upbeat rockin' song. I think the fastest song on the record. I like the false start. He clicks the sticks like it's kicking in and then it doesn't. It goes ding and then I don't know. I thought that was cool. I'm gonna, Breakfast by Tiger, great song. Kind of a slower, funky groove. I didn't say too much for Playboy After Dark and Illuminate. I kind of, they're good, but I didn't really write anything down for them. Spider, I'm hearing Black Crowes Amorica vibe and sound a little bit. That heavy percussion, the cowbell kind of going with it. He kind of sings a little bit, kind of has a little bit of Chris Robinson going a little bit. I hear that. I like that Black Crowes album, Amorica, and it kind of That's what my ears heard. I wrote heavy, thick groove. The song Spider is a drug dealer. He's a coke dealer. That's what the whole thing's about, you know. And he pulls it off well. I like when he says the F word. It kind of like punches you. You're like, damn, this is adult. This is adult rock. And
that PG-13 crap.
Yeah. Not P. Let's bump it up to R. Let's go R rated. Breakfast by Tiger, funky. I'm hearing a little Jellyfish vibe. I mean, how can you not on some of these, right? You got to hear some Jellyfish, right? And I know Star did say something about Breakfast by Tiger, and I told her I had her back. So that was one of the songs that when I listened to it, that was one of the 2 or 3 or 4 that I said, damn, that's a good song. I'm going to jump to Overnight Sensation's good, though. I like the cool synth funky riff. I hear a little more some Robin Zander again. I mean, these guys are, it's a damn good album. It just got overlooked. Why? And Staring at the Sun is good too. Slow, heavy, psychedelic kind of alt rock jam, like Cretin said. Can't disagree with anything he said. Scaredy Cats and Egomaniacs is another heavy 90s thick groove. Again, I kind of hear the Black Crowes. Tell me the drummer's name again. Skodis?
Eric Skodis, yes.
Did he drum with anybody else? I've never. He's good.
Let me grab my notes. I could tell you.
All right.
He played with Gilby Clark.
Rolodesk. What do they call this thing? Rolodesk.
Page 1 of my notes. He played with Gilby Clark, who played with Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
He played with Jane Wiedlin from the Go-Go's, one of Grant's favorites, on one of her solo records. And he actually played with Cheap Trick on the album The Latest.
I love The Latest.
Aha. So we're tying it all back in, you know.
And the last thing, he's in that band Sextus, which is an offshoot from Imperial Drag.
Star's kicking herself.
Maybe when we do Sextus, we'll have Star.
We could do that.
As Cretin said, down with the Man, the uncredited bonus track is good too. It's solid. It's hidden. You like finding those little Easter eggs. You know, didn't 90s CDs do that a lot? Maybe 2002.
A lot of them did, yeah.
Yeah, you think it's over and you're walking out or you're doing something, you got a jam and you're like, wait, what is that?
Yep.
So that's cool. So, you know, I originally wrote 7.5 out of 10. But the more I listened, 7.5 didn't 7.5? Like I was No. Originally, before I went back to it, just remembering hearing it back in the day, whenever I heard it 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So then I listened to it again for this show, and I said, okay, now it's an 8. And then I'm going to give it an 8.5, just like Cretin. I don't want to just follow Cretin, but I'm agreeing with him 100%, 8.5. And it was just ill-timed, right? It's ill-timed. Grunge was still going. Sounds like they had a lot of fun making it, right? You feel like they were having a lot of fun making this. And they're great musicians. So there you go, 8.5. I recommend it to everybody out there.
Michael says 7.5 is good. I've never heard I have never heard, I'm assuming he means heard, a 10 album. Or 10.
Yeah.
You never reviewed a 10 album, Michael? What do you mean?
I've got tons. I'm very generous with music I love. And like, if there's one song I don't really like on an album, that's a 10. It stays a 10. I mean, if anybody's that creative and adventurous to reach that plateau of 10, there's going to be a song that's not going to really resonate with you. I still give it a 10, but we all grade these differently.
You know, I never found a perfect album. I am stingy.
Yeah, we all set our parameters differently.
Well, I think the Beatles had a lot of 10 albums.
You think the Beatles would have a few of those 10s?
Well, that's how I place my gauge.
I'm with Pop though. I do not throw out tens like they're the deck of cards.
I throw
It's
them
got to
out
be.
like Halloween candy.
I throw out a lot of nines. I'll throw out some 9.25s and 90210s and all that shit. But tens, there's maybe 20 or 30 tens that I know. We'll talk about that some other time.
Jay's coming in with a 9.5, kids. Al is saying the
yes.
Shags is a 10 album.
Well, we may part ways there, Al.
Maybe it's a 10 depending on how you look at it. For like a novelty record, it's probably one of the best albums in that genre of horrible albums. It's the best horrible album
by the participants.
Boston Debut is not a 10.
Yeah, that is
9.5.
I'd say it would be a 10. There's really not a track on there you really skip. I mean, maybe it's overplayed, Stephen, but that doesn't mean it's not a 10.
Put up Greg's comment. There you go. That's a funny one.
He has the Shags album on repeat.
I have to give this a 10. Star's giving it a 10.
Star loves this album.
All right. We're going to send it over to DC to get his thoughts. DC, what's your thoughts on this record?
Hello, folks. Hopefully I won't repeat too much of what Davey and Webb have already stated, but I'll try and make my way through here as fast as possible. Of course, this is another Jellyfish offshoot, like the Grays that we took a look at a week or so ago. This venture into glam rock. Now, we all wondered why this didn't make more of a statement than it should, but unfortunately, the glam rock relevancy bus had left the station in 1975. Grunge was king right now, and it's a tough sell to the general music public to go on this glam wavelength at this time. I personally really like this album. I don't like it quite as much as the Grays album. There's 13 tracks plus one bonus tune, and it clocks in at 58 minutes, which is too much filler for old DC. I love 8 of the 14 tracks, and another 2 of those are okay. So roughly a little bit more than half the album, get a big thumbs up with. So let's look at the tracks, shall we? Again, I'm going to bring up that older gentleman who speaks at the beginning of some of these tracks. I just find that dude hilarious. No matter how many times I hear him, gets all pissy when he isn't a discotheque, darling. It's a theater of the stars. Anyway, Zodiac Sign kicks us off. Great start to the album. To me, this sounds sort of like an amalgamation between Zeppelin's Trampled Underfoot and Ziggy Stardust era David Bowie. It's stomping, funky, and glammy. I do hear Trampled Underfoot worked into that song somewhere.
Yeah, good DC.
Track 2, Boy or a Girl. I know this is the single, but for old DC, I say bleh. It just doesn't grab me. It just to me, at my ears, it's very run of the mill. And maybe they should release this as a single in 2025 because I think it's more relevant than ever as I look out into the landscape. Cross-Side is a straight-ahead rocker. The reverb vocals that Webb mentioned is cool. And it's got a driving riff. I really like this tune. Man in the Moon, we have our older gentleman back. You have a subdued vocal here, and it's a more reflective type tune. And it's a nice change of pace. 4 songs into this album. Kiss It All Goodbye. I say this is sassy rock. Fun riffy with clavinet, not provided by Craig Frost.
Oh,
and this would be my pick for the single if this was 1974. But it's great. It's catchy. It's glammy. Nice lead work here. Zeppelin-y and a little Middle Eastern, as Jimmy Page would do with a lot of his lead guitar passages. Playboy After Dark, 70s styled retro rock. It's not necessarily glammy. Organ takes more of a lead here. Illuminate, moody, just like the song says. Spider, our British friend, is back with some words of wisdom. It's riffy, it's got cowbell. What's not to like? Overnight Sensation again. I'm referencing Led Zeppelin so much with this album, more than a lot of glam references. This Overnight Sensation reminds me of the keyboards in Misty Mountain Hop by Zeppelin.
Ooh, nice.
Stomper. Then you get this Salvation Army band that starts out jokey. It's like something that the Seven Dwarfs might have sung. And then it morphs into one of those Queen tunes that borders on vaudeville or dance hall, including a Brian May-styled lead guitar. This is good stuff, too. Dandelion sounds like something from Led Zepp 3. Again, Led Zeppelin. And old DC is not a big fan of Led Zepp 3, except for Immigrant Song, because it's folky and it's not my cuppa.
You've heard it, folks. You've heard it. DC hates folk.
Not a big folk fan, folks.
Gallows pole.
Don't break out any Kingston Trio with him around.
Stare into the sun. And like Davey said, this starts, and I couldn't believe it. It sounds like Sugarloaf or Deep Purple. Doesn't really grab me a lot. There's Alice Cooper-y vocals here to my ears. And after 12, the rest of the stuff, I don't want to bore people, which I have been. But it peters out as it moves along past here. But it's front-loaded. It's a long album. If it was pared down a bit, would rate higher. But having said that, I gave the Grays, I believe, a 9. Mm-hmm. I like this a little bit less. I will give this an 8.5.
Wait. What?
I thought you were really going to trash it. The way it sounded, I thought that you were going to just trash the hell out of it.
No. I love it. What's good is very good. Star, I do like Illuminate. That's a great tune in that style to hit at the 4th song of the album. Perfect. Nice segue. Hey, and Brad Jones, the producer of this album, get his solo album if you like power pop. It's fantastic. So I'm done.
All right, cool. So wait a minute, just to make sure I heard right, you said 7.5?
No, I said
8.
8.5.
8.5.
Yes,
we all said the same thing.
We're all.
Sorry, my brain. All these sound effects are driving me crazy. All right, still light out here. Well, no, it's not light here in beautiful Central Ohio.
Not in my basement.
Not in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Doc.
Oh, look at this, the Wizard. Good job, DC. Telling me all kinds of bands I like. It sounds like you're hitting.
Well, thank you, Dark Wizard.
You're doing a great job.
I connect with the masses.
Look him up, drum dude.
Yeah, good drumming, drum dude.
The brain is a terrible thing. It's just been one of those days. You know, you've had the weekend off. Now it's Monday. I don't have to say anything. Is Imperial Drag similar to Red Cross? I would say.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
because
would
Red
say
Cross
yes.
were a little heavy.
Yeah,
like
but
very upbeat, rocking.
The early '90s Red Cross, I think it's in that vein. I would say, Al, if you like Red Cross, you probably would like Imperial Drag. Because it's not that far off.
I feel like I missed the party. I don't know who Red Cross is. I have no idea.
They're kind of a legendary kind of power pop band with maybe more of a kind of an edge, would you say, those fellas?
Exactly, Trust. Spirit of 76 era Red Cross. Exactly. That's what I mean. What's that record?
Awesome. I got to look them up.
They were an underground band, I would say.
Mm-hmm. I think Rodney Bingenheimer is what brought them to predominance on K-Rock back in the day. Anyway, all right. Thank you, DC. I appreciate that. Our numbers are looking pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. I will say that. Imperial Drag is one of those bands when you have no idea what the next chord section is coming next. Mm-hmm. You know what? That's a good point, Michael, because that's what I like about this record is because to listen to it, especially with headphones, it's just ear candy. There's a lot going on. These guys are really good musicians. I think the songwriting's there. We do know that the production on this record is very good. What did I say about this record? My goodness. Well, me being a big Jellyfish fan and a Roger Manning fan in general, yeah, I don't have everything. Some of those CDs, you can go look for them and they're not cheap. I think Roger Manning, absolutely brilliant. I think the keyboards on here, wonderful. The guitars sound great. I love all the effects. Zodiac Sign, I think that's a great pure chaotic energy to this track. It's almost like it's kind of punky to some degree. Boy or a Girl, I think that's a decent single. I mean, that is like stomping glam right there in your face. And I do hear Sweet on that. Boy or a Girl reminds me of Sweet. Cross-eyed, huh? That's what I'm saying. I agree with Webb. Cross-eyed, great rocker. This channels David Bowie to a T. Short, sharp, and addicted. I like it. Man on the Moon. This like trades bombast for Ziggy Stardust. Breakfast, I think that kind of like a Jellyfish track. It echoes Jellyfish. You've got great harmonies. It's kind of wistful. I don't know. I like it. Playboy After Dark, quick hitting sleaze with the 70s TV vibe. Illuminate, I think that's a great ballad. I think the star of this track is Roger Manning and his keys right here stealing the show on it.
What a mood. What a mood.
What a mood. I like it. Spider. This one, it kind of reminds me of Bad Company meets David Bowie. And I'm not saying that this band sounds like, but you just can hear all these influences. That's what's great about this band. They have all these influences and they know how to harness them and streamline them into some great music. Overnight Sensation, you think that that's the Raspberries track. Well,
you would be wrong.
Yeah, I would be wrong. This is a fuzzy psych jam. Salvation Army Band. I think this might be a nod to Pink Floyd. I think this could be a nod. Yeah, I think it's a nod to Syd Barrett. Dandelion, I'm going right through the whole damn thing. Breezy Acoustic Detour, I think the riff is great. I like it. Stare at the Sun. Epic T-Rex here. If you like T-Rex, you probably like this. It's got kind of a proggy closer to the end. I like it. I could keep going. You already know that I like this record. I think Dover's vocals are great. I think Manning's keyboards are lush. I think that the production top notch. It's kind of retro. It would have fit well in the 70s. I don't know why Rolling Stone disliked it. They must be out of their minds. They must be out of their drag. But I like this record. I do believe that didn't you think that this album was a bit too long?
Yeah, at 58 minutes, they could have trimmed about, I'll say, 4 tunes off of this.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, it would have raised my vote to right up there.
I'm going to keep it as it is. Look at this. I'm getting points for stars. See, I can't do my spiel and look at the chat. Thank you, Star. I like this record quite a bit. I hadn't listened to it for a while, and I just couldn't get enough of it. I'm giving this. I think I'd be happy giving this a 9 out of 10.
Oof.
It's not a perfect record. Yeah, maybe there's a little bit of filler, but still, if you even consider it filler, it still is. It just is ear candy. I love the way this record sounds, and I understand why it didn't make it. We're talking, look when this came out. Jellyfish couldn't make it in the early 90s. Why would this? And this would just not fit in with anything in the 90s. No. I am glad we have this record. I highly recommend it. If you've not heard this record, please go out and find it.
And
There
watch
you
the
go.
live footage on YouTube because they were a really hard rockin' band live.
I just totally get this. I just totally get this record. This has just hit a nerve. I am so glad to go back and listen to it because I think now, after all this time, it kind of gets into your cerebral cortex. And then when you have to listen to it after several years, you just kind of go, God dang, it really holds up. I think it really holds up.
So, Grant, you would rate this higher than the Grays album?
Yes.
Really? See, I'm just the I rate the Grays a little better.
This is I think that this album's a lot more fun than the Grays. There's a lot more ear candy.
It's got all kinds of interesting elements, and you need to have a pop music genius like Manning, just like he did with Jellyfish, to put all those elements together, flowing, and make it work. That ain't easy, folks. That ain't easy, bro.
I can speak to this since I'm on a Roger Manning kick. If you haven't heard any of those Roger Manning solo albums, do yourself a favor.
Yes.
Have not.
I mean, if you like Jellyfish, check it out.
He's a
What's the other one?
talent.
TV Eyes? What's the other record?
There's TV Eyes, and there's
the Moog Cookbook.
And there's the Licorice Quartet.
TV Eyes, he did that with Jason Faulkner. So if you are a Jellyfish fan, you need to check that out. But I give it a 9. I'm in. I love this record. I love it. I just think the timing of it is what killed it.
And Travis makes a good point. He gives this and the Grays both a 9.5, but this stands out as a more unique album versus a really great power pop record. I agree. This is closer to the Jellyfish cobbled together these very interesting songs with different passages and instrumentations, and the Grays is more just a straightforward, catchy power pop affair.
This just seems to make more of an imprint with me. That's all.
How did you get turned?
The Grays.
How did all of you guys get turned on to this band? Because certainly it wasn't all over the place. Was it the MTV featuring of the single, or how did you guys come about it?
I know was working in the record store.
Oh, Davey, of course, yeah.
By the industry, and what we mean by the industry, we mean the business.
I have no recollection of how I heard it. I don't remember.
I know how I heard it.
I just fell into it. I don't know.
Don't forget, I saw Jellyfish on their first tour. I saw Jellyfish on their second tour. I was keeping track of Jellyfish, what they were doing, what the artists were doing. And when this came out, I went, I am in. Yeah. And it's not disappointed me.
Well, that's the same thing for me because I love Jellyfish so much that anything related to any of those cats in that band that they were releasing with whomever, I got as soon as it was released, I bought it.
Oh,
Ice Magazine. Yes.
Ice Magazine, Michael.
Oh my goodness.
I loved Ice Magazine.
I loved Ice Magazine.
I was crushed when they stopped pressing it.
That we would get that. I had a subscription to that. Oh my God, Michael, I'm so glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
But Ice back in the day, that was the only place that you could find what upcoming releases were coming out. They had that era in the magazine that they talked about CDs that's really had horrible mastering or
CD Watchdog.
Oh, CD Watchdog. And I remember reading that one when the very first, I'm going to bring it up. Remember when, I know we're on a tangent, but I don't care. You remember when Aqualung came out on CD back in the day? The very first one, it got a lot of complaints because people would write into Ice saying, oh my gosh, this album sounds horrible. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's hissy. Yeah. Well, the thing is that what they really didn't know is that really is what the tapes sound like.
Yeah, what can you do?
They don't sound all that great.
No. Yeah.
But I have that one. It doesn't sound bad. It's just a bit hissy. But then Chrysalis pulled it. And then they did a remaster, and I don't know what they did to it, but all right, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Stars speaking. Follow Jellyfish and everything Roger Manning did. That's how I discovered Imperial Drag. Same thing. Well, yeah, but Ice Magazine ruled. I wish there was an equivalent out there. And I remember when they quit making ice, I was sad.
Me too.
But everything was changing.
Yeah, at this time period, I went to Ice, I went to Pop-Sided magazine, and then the Not Lame label was emerging at this time too. And I just got turned on to so much great music in this time period. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I want to thank Michael for sending me that, by the way. A lot of great
that
stuff.
Unboxing show was good. That was a good unboxing of the stuff he sent you.
Get yours today. Maybe if you guys talk really nice to Schnee, he'll start it back up. Wouldn't it be funny if they started up Ice again?
Oh.
But it was great. I always look forward to Ice every month to know what I was going to try to avoid and what to get. God, those were great days.
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. If you ask Gronk how the CD industry is, Gronk will say that CDs aren't going away anytime quick. So
I've heard that too. Heard the same thing.
And I think it's getting much more of a revival, I think. Look at
That's
artwork by DC.
Artwork by myself. This is a collection of Not Lame releases and albums that they carried in the power pop vein or melodic rock. And man, Not Lame just turned me on to so many great bands. And those groups will be making appearances on our top 10 yearly shows going through the 90s big time. So many. That was at the producer of this album, Brad Jones, has a single album that I found out through Not Lame, and it's a wonderful album too if you like power pop. So
want to check that out.
Look,
yeah, he produced Marshall
sorry.
Crenshaw. He was working with a lot of top cats.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vinar working at Elektra. I got it in a promo swap from someone affiliated with work.
Oh.
Vinar, you need Cretan, Vinar, Cretan, both working in the industry. And by the industry, I mean the business, ladies and gentlemen. Give them some applause. So, wait a minute. I had a nice conversation with Eric Dover at a KISS convention. So I have a CD signed by him. All the Licorice Quartet I bought were autographed by everyone. See, I need to get Licorice Quartet.
Yeah, I think I've got all those autographed too, Star. That was a good band. Those guys got back together. Yes, Not Lame was huge.
Yeah.
Right in my sweet spot. The music I love, man.
Oh, wait a minute. Michael, what? You'll be hearing that Brad Jones CD soon. That's all I will say for now.
Oh, we got
He's
another
sending
Christmas.
it to you.
Something's happening. Something's
Christmas
happening.
Delivery. Christmas is early.
But I do want to mention this, that we do have something cooking up. DC and I have something cooking up with Michael. We're going to do a tubes. We're still working on it, but we're going to do some kind of tube show.
Nice.
So we're going to get him on here. So
Wongo. Wongo.
Grant, they
Wongo.
wait. Whoa. Star probably knows about this. Grant, they crumpled the Licorice Quartet EPs into one Japanese CD. Star, do you have that?
I think he's compiled is the word.
Compiled.
I love it. It looks like crumpled.
He crimpled it.
I like crumpled. I like
crimple. I'm going to start using that word.
My goodies.
You crimple it
I
up.
know. If you send me something, Michael, you sent me that beautiful box and I appreciate it. But if you send me more stuff, I'm going to have to send you some money because you can't keep sending me stuff. No, I'll take it. Warm me up the tubes. Well, tubes need to have more. We're going to bring stuff that's in the works. I'm just giving you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment. It's West Coast Dave.
He went swimming. He's in Hawaii. He's
in Hawaii?
He's in Hawaii. He took a dip in the ocean, I think. Ooh. Now he's back.
Well, timing's really bad, but okay. Rather have him here than not here. Ladies and gentlemen, Christian's here in the chat, late as usual. But that's okay. I'm glad he's here.
Hey, Christian.
Remote control is a solid 10.
Oh,
You guys have seen
there's
my.
3 or 4 Tubes albums I put in a
Wait a
top
minute.
10.
You see it up there, don't you, kids?
There you
Yep.
go.
Black
I'm going
and
to
white.
do I'm going to do the show like this.
I saw that Tubes tour when they first head out on the road and came through Youngstown. I
What
saw
year?
Vince Welnick. Oh, this is like 75, the winter of 75 or
Oh,
76. And Vince Welnick was at the bar, and I'm looking around and I get the Vince Welnick. I'm looking at him. This cat ain't from Youngstown, but I didn't know what the Tubes looked like. I just knew I loved that album. And I want to tell you, that show, there must have been 7 to 9 naked breasts on that stage.
Mm.
It was bombastic like you can't believe.
I'm going to announce this while Ashley's in the chat. Now, he said, see you guys Thursday. It'll be Thursday for Ashley. But Ashley will be here on Wednesday for the show that DC's idea, little known bands that you should know. Ashley will be here sharing 3 bands with 2 tracks apiece, trying to turn you on to stuff. So look forward to that. We will be live, and we do want to hear from you in the chat. All right. I don't think.
Wednesday.
Oh, we can. We need to do. We need to do our see what we come up with here.
Yep.
We're
Drum
just
roll.
talking music, man. You talk Ice Magazine, and I just get all worked up. All right, here we go. What did this get? Oh my goodness! I am pleased with what we have right now. We have an 8.6.
Yeah. Nice.
Wow. Well, that is
Right.
awesome. I am pleased. I think Star is pleased. Everybody here in the studio audience is pleased. So, really good. Where is Star? Oh. The last one was a great one with Ashley. Ashley and Webb have their blankety blank together. West Coast Dave, coming out of Hawaii, we'll check in with Ashley to see a show. All right. Well, we can wrap this dog up. I know I can 100% recommend this. I am happy with an 8.6. I think the panel is happy with that. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Public display of attention. Jen and I got hitched here 25 years ago.
Ain't love grand?
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, baby.
So what? Got you on my mind.
Awesome. Star, you're my favorite. Married in Maui in 2002. Look at all you guys.
Mm-hmm.
My God, it's just like
Wonderful.
It's just like an episode of Love American Style. All right, kids. Well, we're going to wrap this one up. I don't know what we have next in our one and done stockpile. I'm going to have to talk to DC and see.
Well, I think we could do Nexus if we want to carry on in the Jellyfish offshoot vein.
Oh, I would love to do that.
And Star, you're
what
welcome
about
to join us?
Star, you're welcome to join us if you want to do that. Cretin, Webb, or is that something you might be interested in?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I'm good.
All right, I know DC's in, for God's sakes. Montage 1969. Yeah, we go. Michael Brown.
Yep.
The Love Boat. It's like the Love Boat on this show. God, you guys
Jay
are
says
so
they have
cute.
3 CDs. What is Jay
All
saying?
right,
He said
Star.
they have 3 CDs.
Star, do I have your? Well, I can. We're friends on Facebook. I'll send you. I'll keep in touch. I know where you are. I'd love to have you on here to talk that.
You'll also
Ashley-
be taught the secret handshake of the warehouse.
Love to have Star on here. Ashley, thank you very much. Webb did
Hello,
a great
Ashley.
job tonight. All right, everybody, we're going to let you go. We will see you. Keep it clean, wrap the rascal, and drain the lizard. All right, we'll see you later.